Hey guys, my name is Callie Dampier. I will be your instructor for this college algebra course, and I just wanted to make a short video and introduce myself, introduce the expectations for the course, and let you know how to access the tools that we'll be using in this course. So welcome and thanks for being here. As you know, this is a fully online course, so we're never going to be really meeting, not even over Zoom. The primary way that you can contact me is via my Carl Albert email address. You can email me anytime. Note that I do live in France. That's why I'm wearing this shirt. And so it'll take me a little bit longer to reply to the email. And I will modify, like if you're ask me a question about an assignment and the due date passes because you're waiting for me to reply to that email, I will go back and change the due date on that assignment if needed. I am just here to help as much as possible. The expectations I have for the course is just that you are ready to spend about 9 hours a week on the course, because any 3 credit class should be weekly 3 hours of lecture and then 6 hours of study. So make sure that you do have 9 hours every week to commit to the class. Make sure that you have the technology that you need for the class, because all of the exams are done remotely. And so you'll be using a webcam like this, set up kind of like this, so I can see. I get on people about like how precisely they have to show their workstation, and I can't even show mine. My desk isn't long enough. But basically you want your webcam to be able to see ideally this much, but to see your hands and your face during all exams. So your webcam has to be kind of far away from you. Make sure that you can do that, because there's no other way to take the exams, and that just is the biggest hurdle a lot of students have, is not being able to proctor the exams precisely, and then I can't score the exams and they can't pass the class. So make sure you have the time, make sure that you have a good technical setup to take exams remotely, which we'll talk about as the course continues. Please don't cheat. Please use technology to learn and to practice, and not to like have machine learning do your math for you, because that's not why we're here. The course is so that you learn the math. My job is to make sure you learn the math and to determine how well you learned the math. So I would say those are my biggest expectations, is just make sure you have enough time to commit to the class. Ask questions of me if you have any questions, and yeah, don't use technology except to help you learn. All right, I'm going to share my screen with you, and we'll go over how to get from Blackboard, where you are right now, to the services we use to practice the math and to proctor the exams. So let me share my screen. Yeah, let's do this one. All right, so you can see that here I am in Blackboard. And I have Blackboard open in Google Chrome. That's important, because for the exam proctoring software that we use, it's a Google Chrome extension. And so you would need to be using Google Chrome to access it. All right, so once you get to Blackboard, you've already figured it out. Go to Start Here. And then you'll read the course overview. And here is where we can link to the platform where you'll do all your math. So you can go ahead and click on XYZ homework, or you can click on XYZ textbooks. Any of these blue links will take you to the software we are using for the course. So if you click on XYZ textbooks, that is how you would purchase, if you do not already have. The book for the class is an online book or an ebook. So the book is just in your browser when you come on to the website we're using. You can buy a physical copy if you want. That is on one of the other links. That would be on this link, College Algebra Building Skills and Modeling Situations. That would be below here. All access passes in purple. And then paperback is extra money, but they will mail you a book. Okay. So you can do either of those. If you do the $45 one, that's the same as right here. It's called an all access pass. So it doesn't matter which link you follow, but you'll buy one of those for $45, and that's what will give you access to our class. Okay. So once you have the textbook, finish purchasing the textbook, you then go to the XYZ homework platform. Please don't be logged in. Okay. Get started today. Click student, create your account. Okay. And you'll use either the student access code that you can redeem it here. Basically, once you create an account, your all access pass will help you get into our classroom, which is right here. After you do the student account request, you'll use over here the course ID. Okay. To join our classroom. Once that happens, what it will look like is, let me exit out of this one. Sorry. Stop share. New share. I'm going to go over. Oh, I don't want to do desktop. I'm gonna go over here to Firefox just so that I can have everything open. Once you log into XYZ homework, it might look like this, but you'll click on the courses you're a student in. And then here's the student view. So once you open up our XYZ homework, you have an account. It does not matter if you use your Carl Albert email or not, just use the email that you check most often, I would say. This will be your home screen. So ebook is just a link to the book. Unfortunately, I put the ebook throughout the course, but it only ever really opens on section 1.1. When you want to move around the ebook, you go over here to whatever chapter the assignment is that you're working on, like maybe 1.3, I think is the first assignment in our class. So notice when you get to section 1.3, it'll tell you right here, the section that it is. Here is the math textbook, so you're used to those. However, XYZ also has this fun, hold on. All right, has some videos. So here we're working on the value of a polynomial, subtracting and adding polynomials. So they'll give you examples. You can hit play. And some teachers will show you how to solve the problem. And they should have several videos for every chapter of the book. So that would be how you use the textbook. The biggest thing to remember is the textbook. With the textbook is to make sure you're in the correct section, because you do have to page around. It just opens at 1.1 every time. All right, so that's the ebook if you ever just want to go straight to the ebook. Intro to XYZ homework is just teaching you, oh, sorry. It's just teaching you how to input answers into XYZ homework. So here, I think it just wants us to put 8.86 submit question. If you want to keep practicing, you can get a similar question. All right. So list all positive even numbers less than 10. 0 is not an even number nor a positive number. So we're going to go 2, 4, 6. Oh no, sorry. And I don't think they care if there's a space or not. Oh, less than 10, we'll call that good. Good. If you were to have, next question. Here's how to enter a square root symbol. Here's how to enter a root. 10 to the power of 6, you would use that caret button. So square root, you're welcome to use that button, and then 7, or type in SQRT parentheses 7. I'm going to go ahead and exit out of here because you'll figure that out. Algebra review pretest, exam H is important to go over, but I'm just going to finish going over what XYZ homework looks like. All right. So you have the ebook, you have that intro assignment. It is not graded. Okay. That's just to get you used to XYZ homework. If you are having trouble entering, so that you don't in the future have trouble entering answers. So once you get to unit one is what we're starting on. Ooh, where's the calendar? All right, calendar is below unit one. Here's the calendar. Today we are on the 15th, and on the 17th you have 1.3 is due. So you'll go to unit one, chapter one, because 1.3 is under chapter one. You can click on it. You can also click on this link to see a mini video on the topic of polynomial operations. You can click on it there. You can click on it here. Dang it. I didn't mean to do that. I think I would right click and open it in a new tab if I were you. Good. And she'll just start going over a lecture before the video, or sorry, before you start working. And then here's another link to the book that should be on the beginning of every assignment. Again, this won't take you to 1.3, so you need to page to 1.3, go to the first question. It says, identify if the following is a monomial, binomial, or trinomial and the degree of the polynomial and name the leading coefficient. So the polynomial is we'll say none of the above with degree 4. The leading coefficient is 2. Okay, so I got 2 parts wrong, 1 part correct. I got 0.33 out of 1 points. You can try again. Now I've got 2 out of 3 correct. And I can also, so if you're having trouble, it's not making sense, you're going to say, I tried none of the above, I tried binomial, I don't understand why it would be either monomial or trinomial. This button says post to forum. Our classroom has a forum where everybody can see a post, kind of like a discussion board for your other classes. It will include the question already, and so you can just type what you wanted to say about the question. What did everyone else get for this question? Or why isn't this a binomial? You can say anything you want, probably be more, you could be more polite than I just was, right? And then when we come back to college algebra, under forums, because I wrote it, I don't think it will be there, but there will be a little red 1 to let us know that we have a new forum post. Here's the Unit 1 homework forum. We can click on it, and then we can see the question that somebody else, or in this case that we wrote for one of the questions in assignment 1.3, and you can reply. Why is this a binomial? A binomial has 2 terms. I know I spelled that wrong. This has 3 terms, right? And you can say, good question. All right. So that's the forum. I strongly encourage you to post on the forum, because if it's on the forum, I will try to answer it as quickly as possible. And some of your shyer classmates will then have the help that you kindly asked for, and they won't have to ask themselves. So I would love it if you posted on the forum. There is another option. The other option is, what would a video be that explains binomial, monomial, and trinomial? Watch that video. Or message instructor. Message instructor is an email that goes right to my account, and you can just say, I can't tell why this is a trinomial. Can you help? And I will answer it. So I'll send that message, and then you'll be able to see right here, I have 1 new message. Okay, so when I answer you, you'll have one new message announcement right up there. Sorry about that. My kids came home. Okay. So that's about it for XYZ homework. Do email me if you have any questions. Um, and then once you do get the correct answer, that was your last try. So I think you can see how many questions. Um, and if you were like, okay, I got that, but I only got it at the end, get a similar question, they'll ask you another question. You can also skip around, so you can go straight to question two. Your progress will be saved. So remember when it said that this is past the due date, showing as practice? You want to make sure that if it's past the due date and you're trying to get credit for it, that you use a late pass, okay? Because showing as practice isn't going to score in the grade book. Here is the, oh, I haven't even made the grade book yet, Paul. Oh, yeah. Here it is. Um, so your grade book will, I think if I go to instructor, it'll show it to me. Your grade book will show up here. There'll be a little bit more information. Um, and you'll be able to see what grade you have on all of your assignments, okay? And so if you are late, if you are past, if an assignment due date passes without you finishing and getting the grade you want on an assignment, and it said it is in practice mode, no scores will be saved, you want to use a late pass, okay? And because I'm in instructor mode, I can't use the late pass. But you want to use a late pass so that that does record your grade. A late pass moves the due date forward. So if it's a super old assignment, you might need to use one more than one due date, but you'll have, if you are on, the due date will move forward by 1 week. So if you missed it, you're like, oh, it was due yesterday. You give a late pass, you use a late pass, you'll have several days to complete that assignment. And then the other important thing to know about this course is how to take the exams. All right. And then we will be done because I know this is kind of long-winded. So our first exam is called Exam H. I'm going to click on it. This pretest is not an exam. So Exam H is due on the 24th of January. I'm going to click on it. It says this exam is used to practice the honor lock application during exams. Click on it. That is just my browser auto inputting a password. So when you open it, it should look more like this, where there's nothing in the password section, okay? You want to get all the way to the exam you're about to take before you do any other steps, all right? So you're like, I'm about to take an exam. Go to XYZ homework, find the exam, open it to the password page, okay? Hold on, let me stop my screen sharing and go back to Google Chrome. All right. And now I have to move this over again. All right, so we said, 1 second, guys. All right. So I logged back in. Look at that. Here's my question because I emailed myself a question, but I'll go to my course. I will read that email because, yeah, that's the respectful thing to do, right? Read all your emails, reply immediately. All right, go to Exam H. Go to the blank password section. You can close all of these tabs. Go back to Blackboard in Google Chrome in the same browser, right? The two different tabs on the browser. Go down to what is called Honor Lock. Honor Lock is the software we'll be using for the exams. This is going to proctor you. This is going to take your webcam and save a recording of the webcam, okay? So you'll click on Honor Lock. Here's a guide outlining exactly how, oh, Blackboard Ultra. Exactly how to download HonorLock. The most important part is preparing for your exam. Please read really carefully the requirements for HonorLock, okay? Make sure you're at a desk or table. Make sure you have a daylight level light, daylight quality light. Be able to do a 360 room scan with your computer or your, that's why it's kind of nice to have like a webcam that you can just take off and do the room scan. And then make sure that your computer is fully charged so you don't have to run around. You should not have any websites other than honor lock proctoring extension and XYZ homework. And there shouldn't be any assistance given during the assessment. Nobody should be in the room with you talking to you, like if somebody's walking through or if you like just need, support. And so somebody's over there very quietly. Um, I wouldn't notice that. I wouldn't fault you for that, but nobody's helping you during the assessment. Um, you cannot use your phone. That's the biggest issue that students run into is like, and that's why I ask that I can show that you show your hands the whole time because right now, like, I'm on my phone. And right now I'm on my phone and I'm looking at my exam and then I'm looking at this. It's just hard to tell. So that's why your hands need to be visible for the entire exam. No headphones, no phone, no moving off camera, no leaving the room. Those are the honor lock expectations. So you'll need to read that. But this also does provide how to set up honor lock. Okay, so that's that first document. After you've looked through the student guide, go to the Carl Albert honor lock exam list. This will show us, okay, well, hold on. Let me leave. Blackboard Ultra. All right. Maybe I'll go to end student preview. Okay. So I'll show it to you a little better. Hopefully. All right, Carl Albert honor lock exam list. And you should see, ignore syllabus quiz. That is not an honor lock proctored assessment. Go to exam H. If you were a student, darn it. Click on it, go through, they'll guide you through downloading the browser extension, which is what I was stuck on in the student profile because I hadn't downloaded it. How to take a picture of your face, how to do the room scan, and the expectations for the exam. And then this honor lock will go over to exam H and honor lock will put in that password and then you get to hit start. And then at the end of the exam, the honor lock, you submit the exam and then you just turn off honor lock and definitely make sure it's all the way turned off because some people leave it on for 12 hours and it's just, something recording you for 12 hours, but usually the computer's closed and it just goes to me. So it doesn't matter, but make sure honor lock's turned off when you're done. I think that might be about it in terms of things to know for the class. Again, definitely email me if you need anything. So after this, you were at Start Here. Course overview is just going to explain the descriptions, the tech requirements, when we're meeting, how to get access to our course. After that, you can go to the syllabus quiz. I think simple syllabus should probably be above the syllabus quiz. You're going to read my syllabus, and then you're going to take the syllabus quiz. Feel free to read through the syllabus quiz before you look at the syllabus. Feel free to open it in 2 tabs. It's not an exam. It's just making sure you understand all the important points of the syllabus. After that, we have a tutoring resource. And we have honor lock. And then we have everything that all of the other Carl Albert courses have. So I'm going to stop sharing and just say thank you guys so much for listening and have a wonderful semester.